There's something about the rhythm of fishing that brings a sense of peace. The quiet lull of the waves, the soft pull of the line. It's just you, the water, and the hope of a good catch. As the last days of summer drift by, there's a quiet sweetness in the air. The light is softer. The evenings become a little shorter. And everything feels a bit more precious. It's a time to savor every moment. Lazy mornings under the shade, the last of the ripe figs from the garden, and soaking up the good weather. Soon, the season will turn, but we make the most of these final vibrant days. As summer comes to an end, I've noticed a familiar feeling of stress and anxiety creeping back in. There's always so much to do and not nearly enough time. Over the last 7 days, I've been trying out Magic Mind's mental performance shots every morning, and I've been really impressed. They've helped me stay more focused and motivated while easing some of that stress and anxiety. I've never been a huge fan of matcha, but knowing that Magic Mind only sources the highest quality matcha from Japan's first harvest of the year makes it easier to appreciate. I've been taking them as a quick shot with some fresh fruits, and it's been working for me. This summer has been packed with projects that I can't wait to share with you. But keeping my energy up has been tough, especially with this heat. Since starting Magic Mind, I've felt a noticeable boost in my productivity and focus. Over the last few years, I've learned that mental health isn't something you can fix overnight, but adding this to my breakfast routine, along with a cup of tea, has made a difference in my mood over time. I'm really glad Magic Mind reached out and let me try the product before sponsoring this video. It's been such a positive experience, and I'm excited to keep using it. If you also want to give them a try, click on the link in the description and you will get 48% off your first subscription using my code Ariadne20. This only applies for the next 10 days, so be sure to jump on it if you're interested. The next day, Soto and I decided to prepare a little feast for the evening. Despite our fishing efforts not yielding a catch, we still wanted to indulge in some seafood delicacies. I woke up early to start preparing gavros marinatos, or marinated anchovies, a dish dating back to ancient times when preserving fish was essential. Salting and marinating the fish allowed it to stay fresh, and over the centuries, it's become a cherished treat for its briny, vibrant flavor. However, this process takes time. Anchovies need to be packed in salt and left to cure for several hours, so I took the time to tend to my ever-growing bougainvillea. Later that day, we went back to cooking, and we turned our attention to making fried squid. Popular along the coast, calamari has been a favorite in Mediterranean kitchens for as long as anyone can remember. It's a humble dish, but there's an art to make the squid tender on the inside and crispy on the outside. started our meal with ouzo, a traditional Greek spirit with a distinct anise flavor. Its unique quality lies in its aromatic complexity and its ability to bring out the best in seafood. As we grilled the fish and sipped on ouzo, we embraced the slow pace of summer evenings. These are the moments that make a season, the easy evenings where everything feels just right. But not everything is as peaceful these days. Recently, my neighbor's old abandoned house was stripped bare, trees cut down, the garden wiped clean. Where once there was life, shade, and the chirping of birds, now there's nothing but an empty plot. It's strange, almost jarring, how quickly nature can be erased. While I understand that this clearing was necessary to prevent potential wildfires from devastating the village, I still can't help but mourn the loss of the trees that were cut down. It reminds me of an ancient Greek myth about the destruction of nature, the story of Erysichthon. Erysichthon was a Thessalian king, known for his insatiable greed and arrogance. One day, in his desire to expand his wealth and build a grand palace, he decided to cut down a sacred grove of trees dedicated to Demeter, the goddess of the harvest and fertility. Among the trees was a massive ancient oak, beloved by Demeter and protected by woodland nymphs. Despite warnings and pleas, Erysichthon took an axe to the sacred tree. As he struck the oak, it bled, revealing the presence of a nymph within. She cursed him with her dying breath, vowing that Demeter would punish him for his actions. True to the nymph's words, Demeter cursed Erysichthon with an unrelenting hunger, a hunger that could never be satisfied, no matter how much food he consumed. Eventually, his hunger became so extreme that he consumed himself. Hello everybody. So, a couple of weeks ago, as you saw, we actually had a bulldozer that came and ripped out all the trees next to our house. It's basically our neighbor's house. He hasn't been there for like 20 years, but they decided to clean it. And ever since that happened, we actually have a couple of mice in our house. We've seen their droppings a bit everywhere in the house. We would come back at night from Athens and figure out that on our beds actually there were mice droppings. So we had to clean everything. It was obviously not very sanitary. We had to clean all the plates as well because there were also droppings in the kitchen. Just a full cleaning session. And we had to take a very hard decision because we can't have mice in our house. It's really not sanitary. It's actually quite dangerous. So we decided to unfortunately involve some poison. So we had to put some poison in the house, which is a decision I'm not excited about, but it's not really an option. We didn't have another option. And today I saw a mouse. It was alive and kicking, so I decided to use a cardboard and take it out and bring it here so that maybe it can have a chance to go another direction and skip the poison and just have a better life. But I left it here and I came back just now and it's dead. So I think it might have eaten poison before I found it. So I'm gonna bury it because I don't want any cats or jackals to eat it and then get sick. But yeah, not a great day, but such is life. We might not have the power to regrow what was cut down, or even stop the mice that have made themselves at home here. But we can focus on what we can nurture, and for us, that means turning our attention to the harvest. Although our trees didn't bear much fruit early in the summer, after tediously watering them throughout the hottest months, they've rewarded us with a bountiful autumn harvest. Our pomegranates are bursting with color. The pears are ripe and abundant. And the almonds and hazelnuts ready to be gathered. Even in the wake of a tough season, the rewards of patience and care shine through, leaving much to be thankful for. See you next time. Thank you for watching this video. I know it's been a long time, but I have been working on a few special upcoming videos that I know you will all enjoy. Don't forget to check out Magic Mind's performance shots by clicking on the link in the description and using my code Ariadne20 to get a discount. I will see you really soon in the next episode.